Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the ninth day of December. Welcome to the I Talk Back Sports Show, the Hurry Up Edition. I am your host, Kay, and I have so much to discuss. Let's get moving. So, there definitely was a boxing match this last Saturday. It was buried deeply between the very serious college football games. Anthony Joshua outpoints Andy Ruiz Jr. to claim unified heavyweight title in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so this was a very exciting weekend for sports. In college football, the bowl games have been set, and also the championship games for the playoffs. LSU versus Oklahoma, and also Clemson versus Ohio State. More coverage on the other bowl games matchups will be discussed later this week. A quick thought on the matchups for last week: Utah versus Oregon. Oregon got out the gate pretty quickly and didn't look back. The only question was, why was Utah ranked so low in the first place, only playing one ranked team? Okay, for Oklahoma and Baylor, I think this game went pretty much as expected. Baylor stuck in there as long as they could, but in the end, they just weren't enough for Oklahoma. And then there's Georgia versus LSU. Okay, looks like we have some breaking news here. It looks like the Cowboys made a very gutty decision to let Brett Maher go, the kicker who has missed a lot of damn field goals, and they signed Kai Forbath in his place. Thank you, Jamal, for the breaking news. Okay, Georgia versus LSU. Also a game in which most felt that LSU would win, and they did so in convincing fashion. Jake Fromm threw two interceptions, which you just can't do against an elite team and expect to win. Oklahoma versus Wisconsin. Okay, Wisconsin held a 21-7 lead and let OSU run off 24 unanswered points in the second half. How does that happen? I felt that Wisconsin came into the game with a lot of energy, but just wasn't able to sustain it in the second half. Overall, they put in way more effort than I ever expected, and this made for some great Saturday night action. In the NFL, the playoff picture is beginning to shape up. Baltimore and Kansas City have clinched their playoff berths. Wins this week by Chicago, Minnesota, LA Rams, Pittsburgh, and Tennessee help keep their playoff hopes alive. In other news, Carolina is said to be pondering trading their all-pro quarterback Cam Newton this offseason. The Titans seem to also be leaning towards extending Ryan Tannehill's stay in Nashville beyond the season. As a Cowboys fan, all I can say at this point is go Giants. In the NBA, the Mavericks are currently sitting nicely at second place in the West and solidly first in the Southwest Division. The Mavericks had a blip in the road last night against the Sacramento Kings. The next game will be in Mexico City versus the Detroit Pistons this Thursday evening. I don't personally cover the Lakers. When Jamal wants to wake up and do the hurry up with me, then he can talk about his team. Okay, there has been a lot of reportings of Golden State Warrior fans crying, shedding tears over their season. Yeah, who cares? Okay, so I would say that basketball is definitely more enjoyable without a true super team. If anybody agrees with me, just shake your head. Okay, that's been all for today. Please remember to follow the I Talk Back Sports Show on Twitter and Facebook, as well as you can listen on Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio.